Hey, what's up everybody? This is Adam with Adam's Welding. Sad to say today I've had some issues with the welding rig. It actually started about a couple weeks back when every time I'd go to hit the gas above 65, it would kick on the fuel pressure light. So I changed the fuel pressure and it kept going. Then the light started coming back on. Ended up having to sideline the truck for the past couple weeks. Messed around with some stuff, tried figuring out what it is. We put a pre-filter, which I'll put a picture of it right now. We got that underneath our lift pump, and that's not the problem. We put a new filter for the fuel filter. Gonna put a picture in right now. That's not the problem. So I'm going to rebleed this fuel filter. Now the way you do it is you've got this little Schrader valve right there. It's got a little valve inside of it you remove. And then the next thing, you go to your injection pump, which is right here. You remove the spade connector off the injection pump fuel sending solenoid. And you can either use a momentary on switch on your starter solenoid over there, and you cross that, it will cause the truck to turn over, and it pumps fuel out of a little Schrader valve. Now, if you've got air in the system, it will pump a mix of air and fuel, and you continue to do that until it's run out of the air in the system. When you close that back tight, the step after that is every one of these injectors, you have to crack the line right there, there, and there on all of them, and that could be another place I could be getting air. And we'll try and figure out if that's it. And if neither of those are it, the only other thing I can see it being currently is that little fuel pressure solenoid there. I've got one on order. It hasn't come in yet, so I can't really test it on this video. I'll test it on the next video. It could be I'm pulling air through there because it is leaking a slight little bit. So I'll have to figure that out if this doesn't solve it. But I'm going to get to bleeding out the system and I'll be right back. So that's aired out pretty good, got most of the air out of the lines. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and crack the injector lines, and I'll bleed as much of the air out as I can get out of them. Okay, so what you can see I've done is I've cracked the injectors and I turned the motor over slightly. And you can see the fuel that came out from the top of those injector lines and caps. You want it to where fuel is coming out of all of the injector lines, and then you tighten them back down so no more fuel will come out of them. So now that I've done that, then it's time for a test drive. We'll get it cranked back up and we'll take it down the road. I'll be back to tell you how it turned out. Sadly, that didn't fix the problem. So I'm going to have to wait for that fuel pressure sensor to get in, and I'll replace that, see if when it stopped leaking, if it'll stop drawing air there. That's a possibility. It could be drawing air in there. So going to fix that if that's not the issue. Another thing it could be is the fuel pump on the side of the motor isn't pumping enough fuel up, and it's pulling a vacuum in the fuel itself. It can't pump enough to keep fuel in there. So I'm going to try and see if that's the issue, if the fuel pressure sensor doesn't fix it. So that's where I'll be going next time. So until next time, keep on welding, folks. And if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click that little bell icon to see more rig updates in the future. Along with some welding videos, some tips, some tricks, and some TIG welding I'll be doing.